Cultivating purpose. Let go of should and do what you love. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. When you enter into it, take with you your all. Khalil Gibran. In my mid-20s I found out I had a mass on my pituitary. I was told it could be cancer, it could be benign, it could be a cyst. We wouldn't know until my doctor performed a surgery to remove it. This surgery meant I could go blind, be on lifelong hormone replacement therapy, or even die. I don't want you to wait until something bad happens to dedicate time to things you love. Countless people I meet share the same story over and over again when I tell them I'm an artist. I was told I was good at drawing, but Dad wanted me to be a doctor. It reminds me of my love of the theater. I keep thinking about joining our local community theater, but I never seem to get round to doing it. It seems calling oneself an artist triggers a longing for creative expression in many. How can we find and follow our inner guide? While waiting for the big day of surgery, I hid away in the basement of my sister's home. I painted for perhaps my last time. I painted for the pure joy of painting. For perhaps the first time in my life I didn't hear a bunch of shits running around my mind. I painted as a channel, connected to whatever source gave me the inspiration for that work. The world around us communicates a whole lot of expectation on our lives. We have pressures to stay connected, to succeed, to travel, to be the perfect parent, to somehow balance our life, all while eating green smoothies, cooking homemade fresh organic meals, and exercising regularly. That's a whole lot of the shoulds. Unfortunately, and often, people wait until something bad happens in their life that helps them see the big picture and realign with their own personal hopes, dreams, or even calling. Cultivating purpose. Step 1. Reflect on what you want. Rather than wait for bad things to happen, why not start reflecting on this today? Sit in a quiet, meditative space or partner with a good friend. Ask yourself, what is important to me? What makes me feel like I'm successful or living a balanced life? Is the slow food movement important to you and your lifestyle? Maybe it's about teaching your children to be mindful. These are all modes of creative expression. Creativity isn't just about art. Somewhere, at some point, our culture has become hell-bent on achievement. It's about outcomes that include white picket fences, degrees from prestigious institutions, and a bottom dollar. This is why countless high school students have told me they can't take an art class, or their favorite creative writing class, or insert a creative interest here. The achievement, the honors, and keeping up with outside notions of success are more important than what our heart calls us to do. Once the day of my surgery came, I felt free. There was no more waiting and wondering. Thankfully, my surgery went well. No cancer, no blindness, no hormone therapy. I returned to work as an art teacher and kept thinking about those paintings. Something had shifted in me. An opportunity to enter my Work for Young Artist award fell into my lap shortly thereafter. I jumped at the chance to have my art be part of it. I entered those paintings into a competition with VSA Arts and won a money award for being a finalist. My work toured the USA for 2 years and included exhibition at the Smithsonian and the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. I knew all along I wanted to be an artist, that making art and teaching art would fill me up. But I battled with accepting that part of myself for years. It took adversity for me to advance to the next level of my work and life. It took adversity for me to take action. Cultivating purpose. Step 2. Make different choices. Don't wait for bad things to happen to do the things you love. Write down one thing you'd love to experience or explore. What are 3 tasks you can take this week to help you realize it? Make a public announcement about your goal to someone or a group of people who can hold you accountable. Creating external urgency can be a great motivator to start working toward the things you love. I spoke with a cancer survivor about my painting experience, and he articulated something I had felt but didn't know how to put into words. When you know you have a strong chance of dying and the last thing you might ever do fits into the 2 days before you make different choices. Too many voices about how I should make art and if I should make art at all had clouded my mind. But in the days before my surgery, those voices were silent. Who cared if it didn't hold to anyone's standards? There was no one to impress anymore. I was painting for me. My friend said he created his best art while he fought cancer. It opened this door that freed him of expectation, external pressures, those shoulds. He's found the trick since that time to be how do we cultivate and keep that perspective now that we've survived? My life ebbs and flows with my ability to treat life preciously. I know I'm lucky to be here, but it's easy in the ruckus of everyday life to lose sight of our limited time. Familial pressure, work, myriad circumstances can make us lose sight of what we feel called to do with our time. Cultivating purpose. Step 3. Stay connected to your inner guide. I've found a way to help me check back in and harness that powerful inner guide. Every night I journal and I write down 6 things to focus on in my next day. It's called the Ivy Lee method. I always include a task directly related to my personal interests and I place this as my first priority. Secondly, I do the work in the first part of my day. For me, this can mean dedicating 20 minutes to a morning yoga practice or even just 15 minutes to my art. My mind is open and receptive in the morning. The day's obligations have yet to cloud my mind or heart. I'm open to possibility and to learning. And my spirit feels honored. Making room for our sometimes secret, creative interests can change our lives. We don't need permission from anyone to dive into those hopes and dreams we've had since children. To be human is to be creative. Creativity isn't just about art. Creativity includes the contributions we give the world when we set out to do what our hearts call out for us to explore. There is a shift happening in society. We are beginning to recognize and celebrate the importance of mindfulness, of listening to our heart, our body, our mind. People are slowly feeling licensed to express their true selves. But we are only at the beginning. I had to wait until a life-threatening health problem before I could fully own my artistic voice. But once I did own my voice, I had work recognized by VSA Arts and exhibited at the Smithsonian. What could I have accomplished if I started painting for me sooner? What could you accomplish today if you practice being present and truly listen to that inner voice of guidance and support? We treat life like a race, but I wonder, what exactly are we racing toward? What could you accomplish if you didn't wait for your dreams, but you decided to start right now, today?